Sara G. Allison, and I'm a trichologist of nearly 3 decades now, and I'm an expert in hair loss and scalp problems too. Now, I've helped thousands of men and women to regrow their hair naturally, and I founded this wonderful company, Hair Today, More Tomorrow, and created a whole range of wonderful products for you to use. And today I wanted to talk to you about my stimulating shampoo for hair growth. Now, this is my organic shampoo, and I'm just so thrilled to find out that this shampoo that I formulated and I make has been awarded the gold prize in the best product in the Natural Health Beauty Awards. So this isn't just the best shampoo, this is the best product. So this is overall, so this is up against all manner of other fantastic products. So the other entries are all very, very high class. So to be able to come out as the gold winner with my shampoo, as I said, I formulated myself. I'm very, very, very pleased about that because I spent years in the research and development phase for this, and it actually only launched in September. So at the time of shooting this video, it was less than a year old. But I do have a lot of my clients that are using it, and I do use it regularly too. I do have some other shampoos as well, which if you do have a dandruff issue, then you should take one of my dandruff shampoos because they are equally as good as this, because they have very, very similar qualities, but those ones have just got some extra things in there, or some slightly different things in there that will help with the dandruff. But yeah, so I just wanted to tell you because it's such an amazing achievement to be able to present to you my organic stimulating hair growth shampoo. And I wanted to tell you a little bit more about it and about how I formulated it in the first instance, because I do know how distressing it can be to experience hair loss, because obviously I'm seeing clients face to face all the time. And I have been doing this, as I said, for nearly 30 years now. So I do understand how distressing it can be. But it doesn't have to mean that it's the end. You can stop thinning hair. In actual fact, you can go to my website. You can download my free guide, 7 Secrets to Stop Thinning Hair. But yeah, I can help you to stop it in its tracks and bring it back to shiny, gorgeous looking brilliance. So I do think it's very important to have an organic shampoo to minimise any damaging chemicals in your scalp. It's very important to have an organic shampoo, but this is why it took me quite a while to come up with this formulation, was because actually it's quite difficult to get an organic shampoo that actually cleans your hair really well and to actually have a good lather. Your hair will get clean. Now, my number one tip also in 7 Secrets to Stop Thinning Hair is actually to wash your hair every day, or at least every other day. So, but the caveat to that is though that you really do need to be using good products. So ideally organic, and obviously preferably my shampoos, my range, because I know that they're really, really good for you. So you also want to minimise any heat styling as well, because that's the only problem with washing your hair every day or every other day, is that if you do heat styling, that you're going to be increasing the amount of heat. But I don't want you to do that. I want you to cut down on the heat. So use cooler settings, or if you can, dry it naturally as much as possible. That will help. So anyway, with my shampoo, it really does make your hair shiny. No matter what your hair type is, this hair growth shampoo makes it lovely and shiny, and it combats the shedding. And it's lightweight too, so it moisturises your hair but without weighing it down. So it can be useful to help thicken up your hair, because if you're using it daily or at least every other day, then you can help feel your hair getting smoother, softer and fuller every time. And as I said, it's made by me personally in small batches, so not like an industrial complex that's making most of these shampoos that you'll find out there. And I've selected the finest ingredients to not only maximize your hair growth, but also to optimize your hair condition, and that will prevent the loss from any breakage, as well as making your hair more manageable and shiny and fuller too. And it smells so minty fresh that it makes your hair not only look good, but it smells really lovely too. So you would really like this product. So it's got quite a few active ingredients in it, and I always used to talk about my organic peppermint essential oil as being like the number one ingredient. However, there's been so much buzz about rosemary oil being good for hair growth that I probably should mention that at the start, that it does contain organic rosemary oil. It's like a lot of my products contain rosemary oil. I did shoot another video about rosemary oil. It's not the be all and end all of everything. There can be other reasons for your hair loss. So I would encourage you to book a consultation and to find out why you've got hair loss, because you need to correct that. But obviously everyone needs to use the shampoo. So if you're going to use the shampoo, use one with rosemary oil because it will actually help. So as I said, I've used the organic rosemary oil. It's been used for thousands of years, rosemary oil. It's an antibacterial, an anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, and as I said, it's quite well documented and renowned now for its hair growth and stimulant properties. It also helps with memory improvement too. So, and having the smell on your hair, so near where you're spelling it, that can actually help with your memory. So the little tip I did when I was studying to be a trichologist, and any students out there, you put a bit of rosemary oil on, spread that around on some tissues, just so that you're inhaling the rosemary oil while you're studying. Then when you go down to sit with your exams, you have something with rosemary oil on it, maybe a little bit of like perfume on your wrists or something, or some other tissues if you're allowed to get tissues out on your desk. In my day when I was doing the trichology exams, I was allowed to have tissues. And then that smell reminds you of your studies, and it just helped to improve your memory. Anyway, I passed, so I don't know if it was down to that, but it's worth trying. So yeah, that's just another little aside there for you, another benefit for rosemary oil. But yes, it does have this unique ability to stimulate the blood flow to the hair follicles, which then aids the hair growth. And it's a natural antioxidant, so that means it protects the skin and your hair against harmful elements in the environment called free radicals that hurt the DNA in your skin cells. Therefore, it has some anti-aging results. And the rosemary also contains hydrating properties that help lock in the moisture to protect and comfort your scalp and your hair and help prevent breakage. So yes, a lot of people don't actually know about the importance of peppermint oil. So everything in my product is organic. So again, it's organic peppermint oil. But peppermint oil is also antiseptic and has stimulating properties. So it can help reduce the shedding and naturally stimulate your hair to produce growth as well. So I just don't think it's had as much press about the rosemary oil, but anyway, I thought I combine these together because for me they work very well in conjunction. I do like to mix things rather than just focus on just one thing. I always think it's better to have a combination of things that work in synergy together. So it can really invigorate your scalp here, and it's traditionally been used for centuries for the treatment of hair loss, peppermint oil. And it has been scientifically evaluated too. And it has been reported that it shows anti-inflammatory and antimicrobial and antifungal activities, as well as being the strong antioxidant activities, and anti-allergenic as well, and anti-tumor cells too. So it can be also very good for dandruff. However, as I said at the start, I do have my own dandruff shampoo. So if you do have more of a problem with your dandruff, then I would recommend going to my dandruff shampoo rather than any others, because I know how well this works. I do see a lot of people when they switch shampoos to cheaper types, or sometimes not even cheaper types, but can be organic ones too, that they do get very scaly scalp. So it's very important what shampoo you use. It's really important to get any scale corrected, because that can clog up your follicles and that hinders the hair regrowth if you've got clogged follicles. Anyway, the peppermint oil has been shown in experiments that it does really help with hair growth, and it invigorates the hair follicles to slow down hair loss and thinning, and to regrow their hair that has been lost. So ideally with a shampoo, with an active ingredient shampoo, you really do need to be leaving it on for at least a minute, ideally for 3 minutes, but it's quite difficult, I know, when you're in a hurry to leave something for 3 minutes. But if you can, then that would be best. And I've really used the highest quality organic peppermint oil I could find. So the other ingredient that I have in my shampoos is glycerin. So I really love this ingredient. I have it in a few of my products. It's fantastic. It's like really, really amazing for hydration, and it helps to repair any damage. So it conditions and strengthens your existing hair so it's shiny and less prone to split ends. Now, our hair obviously faces a lot of stressful conditions, from heat styling to pollutants, chemical irritants and styling products and dyes. Everything takes its toll on your hair. So, and most of these would lead to damage and dryness and leaving your hair sort of lifeless. But thankfully, glycerin comes to the rescue. It's a water-absorbing, hygroscopic ability, so it really attracts this moisture into the hair shaft, so it repairs and hydrates, protects your weak and dry and damaged breaking locks. So it leaves them renewed and lustrous and healthy. So, and then strong hair will therefore be less susceptible to hair loss from breakage and split ends. And then sometimes people are wanting to grow their hair longer, but then they've got split ends, so they can't grow it any longer. And that's when it's important. You have to cut the split ends off, because if you've got split ends, that's the only real treatment. But you can obviously help to prevent split ends from coming in the first instance. So the other thing that glycerin is really good for, because it actually helps to control the sebum production. The sebum is a natural oil that is produced in your scalp to moisturize your hair and your skin, but sometimes there can be a bit of an overgrowth in that production, or maybe not enough. It's really good. You need that sebum as a protective barrier. If you don't have that, that's when you can get breakdown in your skin, and you can become susceptible to sores and irritation, and you could become more likely to get reactions from hair dyes, or you're more likely to get dandruff or any irritations from different things if you have a breakdown in that skin. So glycerin can really help with that protective barrier and keep that sebum production in check, as well as it helps with the pH balance in your scalp. I'm sure you've heard about pH balances in your scalp, and that helps to facilitate a healthy hair growth from the roots in the scalp. So it creates an ideal environment in the scalp for your hair follicles to thrive. And hair follicles are crucial for aiding in the hair growth to eventually result in longer and thicker hair. The other way that glycerin really helps is it really helps to manage frizziness. So it really helps to control the frizz and the flyaway in your hair by giving the hair the moisture it needs. It forms a barrier of defense around the hair shaft. It stops excessive moisture from penetrating or evaporating from the hair, which leaves you with a smooth and sleek appearance. Then the other important ingredient I have in my shampoos, this is not just in my stimulating shampoo, this is in all of my shampoos, so glycerin is in all of my shampoos too, is aloe vera. Now, aloe vera is good for all hair types, and it's very good for hair loss too. So people back historically have used aloe vera to treat baldness and thinning hair as far back as 17 AD. That's a really long time, isn't it? But it really contains many nutrients and antioxidants, A, C, and E. Not only it helps to strengthen the hair and produce shine and protection against damage caused by the environmental stresses such as sun and toxins, but it can also contribute to the cell turnover. So therefore it helps to promote healthy cell growth in the follicles from the hair roots, and to encourage growth of new hairs. Vitamin B12 and folic acid, these can help keep your hair from falling out, and components of aloe vera. It contains some other essential amino acids and minerals such as copper and zinc, which are all important for your hair growth, and also plant steroids and fatty acids, which can help to stimulate the blood circulation and improve delivery of oxygen and nutrition to your hair follicles. So aloe vera can be good for all types of hair, and for your oily hair it has antimicrobial and antibacterial properties. It also has antiseptic effects. The properties can deep clean the hair, removing any dirt and extra oil and residue from other hair products that may be on your hair and scalp. But it doesn't hurt your hair strands while it cleans, unlike chemicals in other hair products. Aloe vera is gentle and it preserves the integrity of your hair. And then you've got cleansed follicles, which will gonna have a better chance of regrowing your hair, which is why I generally advocate, as I said earlier, washing your hair daily or at least every other day. Now, if you have dry, damaged or brittle hair, aloe vera contains these mycopolysaccharides, which are compounds that help to bind moisture to the skin and to your hair. So if you've got damaged hair or a damaged scalp due to sun exposure, aloe vera can be very useful because it can offer protection against UV damage. Important this time of year, and because shooting this video currently in August, in the summertime, I just shot another video about protecting your hair against UV damage. So the other type of hair that aloe vera can be very good for is if you have dandruff or dry or itchy scalps. And as I said, I've got this aloe vera in all of my shampoos. So if you have a light dandruff, you may want to consider trying aloe vera to remove the flakes and itching. But additionally, aloe vera's antifungal properties can help to fight the yeast overgrowth that causes dandruff. The fatty acids found in the aloe vera plant have anti-inflammatory properties that help to resolve the scalp inflammation that the dandruff causes. But yeah, as I said, if you've got a bad dandruff, you might want one of my dandruff shampoos that does contain the aloe vera. And if you're lucky enough to have normal hair and you just want more of it or better quality, then this aloe vera actually has a high collagen content. So overall, using aloe vera is a great way to get hair to look healthier, shinier and soft. And then lastly, but by no means least, is argan oil. So actually, all of my shampoos do contain argan oil. I think a lot of people are very aware that argan oil is very good for your hair, but not a lot of people will be using argan oil in their shampoo. But I think it's really important to add it into the shampoo there. So argan oil itself, if you're not aware, is actually extracted from a nut. It's native to Morocco. But like aloe vera, it contains many beneficial vitamins and minerals and antioxidants. And I'm all about vitamins and minerals because I have all my supplements as well. But it's very important to actually be putting this into a shampoo that you're taking, because then it goes directly onto your hair. And this can help to nourish and moisturize your scalp and hair, which can help improve hair growth and also help to prevent conditions such as eczema on the scalp. So yeah, so it really does help improve hair growth. It's full of these essential fatty acids to promote the growth by stimulating the scalp and nourishing the hair follicles to stimulate blood circulation to the follicles and prevent the hair loss. So it also reduces hair loss because it has antioxidants such as vitamin E that protect the scalp surface and can reduce the hair loss due to the damage of free radicals and outside environmental factors. So when your hair is moisturized and protected, your hair is less likely to snap and break, and that can also help to prevent hair loss in that respect too. Argan oil also helps to repair hair colouring damage that can be used as a daily treatment to help improve the structure and add moisture and balance to the ends of your hair where damage is most likely to occur. So whether this is due to general dryness or colour treatments or perms, yeah, it's good for all of those things for repairing. The other thing that it can really help with, it helps to soften and moisturise your hair. So compared to other oils, it features a much smaller molecule, which is why it absorbs more easily into the hair to actually hydrate and soften it. And argan oil prevents breakage. It's made up of unsaturated fats that can easily penetrate the hair shafts, as I mentioned before, sealing in the gaps in the follicles of damaged hair and creating a healthier appearance. So it adds moisture into the hair that can really help protect it from the damage. It improves the overall look of the hair, also helps to protect it from damage and breakage. It can really help you to grow longer hair by conditioning your hair and avoiding that damage and breakage and friction. And I mentioned before about the split ends, so that's how you can get to grow your hair longer. So argan oil also reduces the frizz. Its fatty acids help to tame frizz and flyaways by smoothing the hair down. It can really help to create a sleek and more polished look. And it adds shine, so it adds shine to dull, damaged, lifeless hair. It can really help to reflect the light, giving it a much more glossy, healthy look. Last benefit of the argan oil, it really soothes the scalp. So it's believed to be an anti-inflammatory, antibacterial, antifungal effects, which really help to relieve the dandruff, inflammation and itchiness and sensitivity of itchy scalps, keeping your scalp healthy. That can help prevent hair loss for fuller hair. So that's all the ingredients that are in the shampoos and all the different things that it can help with. And now hopefully you've got some understanding of how it's like such a really good shampoo and what it can do for you. And I don't like to just focus on one thing. I like to have a broad, multi-faceted approach to treating a problem. And the problem being thinning hair or hair loss, and you want to help with that. But even if you don't have a problem with hair loss, and it just really helps. It's good for absolutely everybody. It's like an all-round shampoo, this one. So yeah, and it's also packaged in these wonderful, beautiful, ecological stainless steel bottles. So spending a lot of time trying to find the right packaging for the products and trying to be environmentally friendly as possible, because previously, because trying to eliminate plastic, and stainless steel actually has a very good recycling ability. So has a maximum amount of recyclability. And actually you can repurpose the bottles too, because they're really beautiful. You can put your washing up liquid in it, or your hand soaps or whatever, and just reuse the bottles that way. So hopefully I've encouraged you to get my shampoos, and if you'd like to order them on my website, then it's hairtoday.moretomorrow.com. And if you want to book a consultation, then you can contact us, and you can also go to my website to download my free guide, 7 Secrets to Stop Thinning Hair. And please like and subscribe, and stay tuned for more. Okay, bye for now.